Hello. Oh, come on. I'm here. Focus on me. I mean, I don't want you to really because my hair is all wet and it's no makeup and no fancy hair today. But anyway, hi, happy Friday. What a list of wonderful, wild things we have to talk about today. So let's go ahead and jump straight to the desk. I'm going to flip through everything we've made with the January supplies so far. Show you what we're going to do today. And we got topics. We got topics for today's random rubbish. Oh, yes. Let's go. So we have done this page here with a half and half background, 2 4x6 photos, lots of journaling to put in here. Then a single one. This photo is going to make you laugh with what I'm scrapping today. And we've got a little bit of journaling space here and here. Then one about the cold. Journaling's going to come in here. Lots of layers of ink and paper. 2 4x6, but we did it as a starting point. So you might have 4 photos, you might have 8 photos, all sorts of different things. Lots of bits of journaling, bullet pointed style to get kind of a right now what life is like page going for the beginning of the year. 2 what? Landscape photos. Shocking. And we followed the sketch from Scrapbook and Cards magazine. That was last Friday. And then this from Monday, another starting point, and my addition to that was 4 small photos in a row. Today's layout is going to kind of complement this in theme. So we might have it complement in supplies as well and design as well. But I'm not going to design them specifically as a double page spread or anything like that. Camera has gotten knocked and is not very straight. Let's see if I can. Will you stay there? Or are you going to move as soon as I let go? Let's see. Okay. Otherwise, I can scrapbook like skew it so that it's straight for you, but I have to stand crooked at my desk. Okay, so that's what we've made with January's kit so far. And I'm going to put this one at the top of the pile so that it's easy for me to reference while we make today's page. Because oh, that's the wrong one. This one. So this was all about all of the studying that he's been doing for the last few months and really ramping up over Christmas break and into the beginning of January because he had all of those big exams for secondary school. And then today I'm going to do these 2 3x4 photos, one of him and then one of us after. And we take a lot of these kind of selfies, and he's been laughing about it recently because he'll be like, I did something good. Let's take a smiley selfie together, which really reminds me of what he would do when he was like 4. So it's kind of a return to an old tradition. And so I thought, that's definitely a little nuance that's worth putting in. So today's is going to be that now, as of yesterday, it's all done. He's done all of the exams. He's done all of the interviews. He's done all of the auditions. He's done all of the extras. And now we just have 3 weeks of waiting to find out what the result will be. So that's what I'm going to do today, kind of and you've made it kind of, or we're at the end. I don't know. I need to figure out what the title will be. So ideas, please. But that's kind of then going to complement this. Yeah. I don't want to do something like it's all paid off because I feel like that comes after you get the result and then you find out. I mean, he has done well. So I'm sure that that something good is going to come of it, but I feel like I'm jinxing myself if I do something like it's all paid off or something like that, right? So I need just a well done and now we wait kind of vibe for this page. And that's what I'm going to do today, right? Okay. But we've got things to talk about in terms of, I discovered something about the selfie and print apps this morning that I did not know. And also we need to talk about this thing that you've all seen before I saw it. So I woke up this morning to messages saying, your new collection is on pre-order. What's that about? Well, I hadn't seen the packaging. There's a few bits in there that I'm not sure I had seen in their final form. But yeah, new collection apparently called Live the Dream. You need to know that it has churro paper. You also need to know that essentially it's 12 papers that are all A sides and not my 24 with A's and B's. I don't know how I feel about that. I do know how I feel about that. But yeah, not my choice. There are, however, B sides in one of the paper pads. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, apparently the store that has put it online is listing it as March. I would just say take that with a grain of salt. I got nothing. I have no info. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know anything. Okay, let's just leave it at that. I hope that it's great. I enjoyed designing it. Does that help? The bit that I'm most excited about is I wanted to put something in and I wasn't sure if, I know I look a hot mess, but I'm going to go ahead and put the face cam on. There's a design element that I put in this collection that I really wanted to put in, but because we designed so far in advance, I didn't know if it would still be a thing or if everybody else would have done it between then and now. And I don't think they have. And I think it is still okay. So it has letter beads and friendship bracelets. But the stamp set in particular, the stamp set is all the different bead shapes and then the letters for you to put inside. So it's like build your own stamped friendship bracelet. Yay! I really like this idea, but I might be a total nerd. And you're like, no. But I'm hoping that you like it. There's also a paper where the words are already in the bracelets. Yeah. So there we go. Right. So you can see it at the place that always puts stuff online early. There's a link in the description box, not to that collection, but let me give you, if you are going to pre-order, will you use my affiliate link? I'd love it if you did. #advertising. So if you go to the description box, I've done my speech in the wrong order now, but if you go to the description box and you go to view my existing collections at Cherry on Top, just use that link to get to a Cherry on Top, and then you can go to their coming soon, their pre-order page, and it's all there, and you can have a look. The thickers are a little different this time. Somebody has said that they like the thickers. Georgia says the stamp set is so cool. Yay! Elaine's calling them Taylor stamps. Okay, amazing. Elizabeth loves the beads. Fabulous. Georgia likes the thickers. So the thickers, I didn't get to do an alpha and a phrase. So I have an alpha and a phrase. So it's Fitzgerald, a little smaller, but you get, it's not a lot smaller. It was as close as I could get it in the SKU. Okay. But you get fewer letters, obviously, because you're getting, it's just like, you know, when we do these where, so that you can see on the packaging that it's, that you've got both multi and gold. It's like that. So the first half of the alphabet is on the front and phrases here. And then when you turn it over, phrases at the top, alpha at the bottom. Or I think they might both be at the top, but anyway, you know what I mean. So you get half a pack of phrases, half a pack of alpha. I'm wondering if that then is a way that you can get more from one purchase, but it might mean that if you use a lot of letter stickers, you're going to run out of letters quicker and you might need to buy another pack, and then do you use the phrases twice? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll work on it when I get it on my desk. Is that a fair deal? But yeah, a different color and finish than we've ever done Fitzgerald in. So yeah. Right. Is that everything to talk about on that? If you have more questions about Live the Dream, you can let me know. Okay. Right. I better do my speech while I'm here. And yeah. Hi. My name's Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, which apparently are coming out in March, but you know, news to me. And teach you how help you use them in a creative way to tell your stories in a creative way. I shouldn't ever mess up the flow of the speech because then I forget the words. It's not just my hobby, it is my job. That means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. Everything you need is probably in the description box. You can find links to my existing products. You can get to the shop that has the pre-order, or you can wait until it's physically in someone's hands. Whichever case you would like. But all of that is linked in the description box. Also, where else I am on the internet. I always post updates about my videos and things like that on Instagram at Shimelle. Easy. And you can find where to take my classes, all that stuff. Also, so oh no. Sorry, I didn't think about how that could be confused. Elizabeth has a great question. Are the papers one-sided? No, they're double-sided still. It's just that all of the designs are what I would call A-sides. So you've got 12 pieces of paper instead of the normal 24, and both sides are going to be like a bright, bold kind of pattern. All my B-sides are in the paper pad. Okie dokie. Does that help? Everything is still double-sided. It's just that you're getting two big patterns and not like one big pattern and the back is a polka dot. Yeah. Cool. There's papers with bracelets. There's papers with churros. There's what else? Those were the two biggies when I went in for the pitch. I'm like, this and this. Yeah, 12 sheets of double-sided paper. So normally my collections have 24. So I had all 24 designs, but then we had 12 papers. So we put all of the A sides. That was the order. I was told all of the A sides go into that. Okay, there are also two different paper pads, a paper pad and a project pad, and I don't know exactly what's in each one yet. So let's be careful. If you're looking for the B sides, they might only be in one of them and not the other. I don't know yet. Okay, right. Okay, I think that's everything. Shall we scrapbook now? Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. So the supplies I'm using here are the January Best of Both Worlds kit. But I have the February kit. Should we have a quick little look since we're apparently in chaos mode today anyway? I'm going away for the weekend, the one weekend of the year that I go away as soon as we're done here. So I am chaos today. I'm chaos. But I'm creative chaos. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're using next month, because you know you could click on that link and go shopping. Don't forget, if you shop at scrapbook.com, to look at the coupons page, because there are often discount codes and freebies, almost always, so you don't want to miss those. Okay. All right, so what do we got? Quickly remove the bit that has all my details on it. Okay. So a couple of these bits were to kind of fill out the for the record stuff because it wasn't all in stock in January. So I'm going to go ahead and just put them in with the January stuff now because I'm going to use them throughout the year. So we've already had a look at this, the words for the month, and then these foam titles and pieces there. Was there one more that was from? Yeah, this one. And the journaling die cuts. So I'm going to go ahead and add those in, but these are supplies that are for the whole year. Okay, right. Then we have a background paper pack for February, the 49 Market Bird Song, so you get all of these lovely textures. And let us just celebrate the joy that is 49 Market. Don't put a gross piece of paper in here that's like cheapy, glossy stuff just with the advertising. You get this on a piece of cardstock that's just like all their other gorgeous cardstock. So you could use this as stripes. I mean, that's a 1/3, 2/3 layout right there. You just do that and a solid. But also, they just give you a bonus B-side and it's beautiful. So there we go. So you get all of those colors plus that. So 10 sheets here plus the bonus 11. So we got plenty of backgrounds for February. And then we have We've got, I know we've used this before, but I love it. So we've got my peach, love this from way back in main character energy. Hearts, oh, and the B side of that is lollipops. Not lollipops, ice lollies, popsicles. There we go. George looked up what the freebies are at scrapbook.com today. 10% off your order, free washi, and free stickle storage if you spend $25. You're going to spend $25. Okay. Heartstrings, floral, and cut apart. That is Simple Stories. There's a few pieces from that collection, quite a few actually. Pink with multicolored dot, black and white hearts. This one from Reasons to Smile with the star bursts here, but also the wood grain. Because remember, in 2025, I almost said 2012. My brain is not switched on yet. Okay. In 2025, there'll be a full page wood grain layout in every month of the year. So there has to be one wood grain paper in every kit. That's the one for this month. Right. Bird Song. We've got this cut apart. This is why I wanted to bring in the peach so that we can mix my collection with the 49 Market stuff. Okay. Then this one looks really garish next to everything, but it's because it's a cut apart and we're going to cut it into little pieces. It's the only one that's like super Valentine-y. And it is super Valentine-y. So this is Hugs and Kisses from the Love Notes collection by Photoplay. Yeah, it's very red. Right, then we have also got a gorgeous big floral from Vicky B, the Bold and Bright Bunches of Fun, which also has a pink ledger on the back. We've got Back to Heartstrings, this cut apart with that floral on the back. And nice fun doodly heart with orange plaid on the back. Elizabeth says, if you're at Cherry on Top, don't forget free shipping code. Excellent. Then some stickers. We've got the 12 by 12 cardstock stickers from Heartstrings. There's a hedgehog. And an orange alpha, Bella Besties. But I've also put in the Heartstrings 6 by 8. Oh, it's sealed at the bottom. They're normally sealed on the sides, aren't they? This one is sealed at the bottom. Okay. So in here we have a quick little look. 2 little flip banners, heart, little tags like doodly floral, little journaling cut aparts, 3 by 4s with a raccoon in a kissing booth, of course. And then we start over. Okay? So that is Heartstrings. Then, also with this lettering, I know if I put them next to each other, it looks like Halloween. But obviously, we've got a lot of pinks and things to balance it. So this is actually a Christmas alpha. This is Vicky's Wrapped in Ribbons alpha, but it's black cardstock with gold foil dots on black foam. And you get little numbers here at the bottom. I like this too, the and. I feel like that might be useful. I know you get a normal ampersand as well, so you've got some options. So if you don't have this exact kit or if these items are not in stock, an orange alpha or a pink alpha or a red alpha, whatever, and a black alpha. So 1 in color, 1 in black, or you could do white if you prefer. Okay, what else we got here? We have then die cuts, the floral pieces from Heartstrings, which is a mix of hearts and flowers, and the sentiment bits from Heartstrings, so that has lots of words. Now, I will only do a little bit of Valentine-y, literal Valentine scrapbooking, if anything. My husband's not in the house, so I can say we don't really do like anything for Valentine's Day. So there won't be like a whole month of Valentine scrapbooking. I will very much be using this stuff in just a normal February real life stuff. that's why there's only one paper that like screams Valentine's Day. The rest just has kind of an overall happy, lovey kind of vibe, and it does not need to be romantic. I will definitely still just be scrapbooking me and my child, and maybe the odd photo if he allows himself to be in a picture. But usually I have to wait till things like Christmas. Oh, but it is his birthday in February. I might get a birthday photo. Let's all cross our fingers that he agrees to a birthday photo. Anyway, then enamel dots, either a pack in, you know, one of the colors that you really like, or there's a, if you can't make up your mind about colors, this has fewer dots, but you get all of the colors. Yeah? That's from Heartstrings. This one is Blushberry Bliss, but I just went with what had stock. So you can't go wrong with Altenew dots. So that's what we've got for next month, and you can find the link to that if you haven't ordered yet. It's the normal share a sale link, and I appreciate all your orders there. It helps make all this possible. If you don't shop, I have to find a different way to make money. So if you're going shopping anyway, click the link. All right. Let's actually scrapbook now. Did I actually accidentally get the photos in with those supplies? I think I did. So let's find the pictures for today. Where did you end up? There they are. Okay. So we have two. Georgia is now browsing all the new things that are coming. She says, Bo Bunny has a great stamp set. Stamp stencils and die in one, and they're tickets. Oh, we like tickets. That does sound promising. Okay, so we've got this. Oh, and I'm going to tell you about the selfie thing. Okay, so this morning, while I'm getting my papers all set here, this morning, my phone decided, no, I can't print anything because I've run out of space. And I was like, strange. What's going on? And I mean, I do tend to run my phone a bit close to its full kind of scenario, but not, I was a little shocked that it was like, no. Okay, so I went to manage your iPhone, and all the things that should have a lot of space on my phone were the standard ones, except the print app and the selfie app were both in there at the top. Like, what should be there? So I went looking. It's saving a copy of every photo that I print at full size. I use my printer a lot, and I almost always use it through that app. I had many, many, many gig. I had thousands of photos duplicated from my photo library into both the selfie app and the print app. I think it was about 30 gig. It's a crazy amount. Now, what I found was that in the selfie app, I could go into the settings and do clear printing history, or yeah, I think it was clear print history. And that deleted them all with one click. So that was good. And then I've used the app after, and it was fine. So it didn't break anything. But I can't find the same button on the print app. Instead, I am presented with a folder that then lists the thousands of photos I've printed, and I have to click through to delete every single one individually. So I just thought I'd let you know, because this may be the answer to why the app is really laggy on my phone. Because it had 30 gig worth of photos saved in it. What the heck? So I'm just going to let you know that that's there. I don't know why it's saving a copy. I really don't understand that. Because surely it just prints it and then it's done with it. It should just buffer and then delete. But it's not. So now you know. I will report back to see if it makes anything less laggy now that I've deleted all that. I don't know. Okay. Can all go check. So these are probably going to end up next to each other. So what I could do here is have two pages. Would you do this so that they actually kind of look like a double page? Because they're going to fit together there. I think that's where I'm going to start. So we're going to have these two together. And that's more than 12. So, oh, Georgia has an Android and she has the save folder and it's empty. So it's not saving on an Android. And I definitely didn't like go through and choose that as an option. I didn't change anything that, you know what I mean? Didn't go in and say, please do this. No. And if I had been given an option, I would not have chosen that because I don't want to duplicate everything. Oh, I think I've still got purple, but the end is near. But it's not today. All right. Rebecca has found a setting that says save print history and it was ticked, so she has now unticked it. Is that in the SELPHY or the print app? Okay. I love that you, okay, I love that you can actually look at this because obviously I now can't because mine is it's up there doing the camera thing. All right, I don't want to waste any of this, so where are we cutting? We're gonna go to here. Oh, I have something to show you. Okay, Rebecca says the SELPHY app. So it's the print app that I need to work out because I think I've fixed the SELPHY one, but I need to figure out the print one. All right. I told you I was chaos. Should I go get the thing I want to show you? I'll do a little bit of scrapping and then I'll go get it. Okay. Now, I know I've put the paper upside down because this has the long margin and this does not. But I want the flowers in a corner that's toward the out, like an actual corner of the page. If I did it the other way, the corner is here, doesn't face the right way. No. Okay. So we are going to work up here so that I have journaling space down here. Where's my sketchy book? It's here. We're what? 24th. 240125. Okay. So our journaling is going to sit here. Yeah. Then we're going to have title run across there. We're going to make a little diagonal here. And we've got this floral up here. So I feel like we're going to kind of embellish that. I'm going to do stars instead of flowers. It's kind of going to go around both sides, but we'll do some tuckies down here so we get that diagonal. We'll take the confetti down there and we'll put some little embellishment down here at the bottom of the journaling too, which now on the sketch makes it look like this is going to be a big empty open space of typewriters. But I'm going to do a little magic trick because you know every time I start a sketch like that, it doesn't end up that way. So I'll probably cover up more typewriters than you're expecting. Unless you've been around here a while and then you know I can't actually keep it nearly as open as I expect. So that is the idea. And we can go from there. All right. Now, let me show you something really cute really quickly. Boop, 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 boop. I should have brought it upstairs before, but I did not. So it is relevant to what's on the page because part of what WB had to do for one of the interviews was to create a scrapbook. What? Create a scrapbook about your theater journey. Do you want to see it? Okay. I'm just going to take out the title card that has his name all full on it. Okay, so taking that out. So here we are, 6x8 divided page protectors. He has got, this is his title card here that says, My Theater Memories and Dreams. It's so cute, right? Okay, so he went through my Project Life stash to find all of the things that he wanted to use. And can we have a yay? He decided to go for all the stuff that had rounded corners. So we even used a bit of stash that I sit there and have like issues about because I love all the designs that I bought, but I don't love the rounded corners, so I don't use them. Okay, so he wrote about what he likes about auditions. He wrote about his very first jobs when he was only like 4 turning 5, so they didn't feel like work. His West End debut. I made my West End debut as Nicholas in the Panto at the Palladium with Don French, Rob Madge, and Julian Clary. Yes, you did. Different student groups that he's performed in, different pieces that he really enjoyed doing, like in training. Things that inspire him. And so we've got a favorite actor, Rob Madge, and favorite film, E.T. Then he wrote all of this about his experience about being in Les Mis and being Gavroche. And this is my favorite bit of the whole thing. And it's not just because I get name dropped. So he said, I first learned of Les Miserables when I was just 5 years old. My classmate knew Castle on a Cloud, so I told my mom it was from a play. He did. He came home and he said, I learned a song and it's from a play. And she told me there was a little boy in that play. So I listened to the cast recording. I instantly fell in love with Gavroche. The next year, I went to see Les Mis in the West End. This was the first time I realized that Gavroche dies. I got very sad. He did. But I really wanted to know how the young actor died and stayed dead on stage. True story. He got to the end and said, how did that kid do that? That was his reaction to Les Mis. So then he went on and talked about how he decided he wanted to do that role, how he trained for it, and then what he learned from being in the show. And then this about his current job. This one about getting the part and how quickly he had to learn it. This one about the character that he plays and things like that. Then this is his training schedule. So he went through to say, what kinds of training he does. He found some pictures, different studios that he trains at, and then his acting coach is online. And so he puts the laptop on a stack of books to get it the right height, which cracks me up. And then he did a little calendar card to show, in January, these were all his appointments and all his shows and all his classes. Amazing. Cracked me up. Roles he would love to play. If he would return to Les Mis, he'd like to play not Jean Valjean. He wants to be Javert or Enjolras because they have dramatic deaths. Child. Other roles I'd love to play include Bert in Mary Poppins, Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet, and Fiyero in Wicked, which is an ongoing joke because we all know he would be cast as Bach. He's short. And then this is the part he would love to play if he returned to Starlight Express as an adult. This character is cool and futuristic. He has a singing and skating solo. Yeah, he'd like to play Hydra. And this is the one page where he told me when he was working on it, he said, I'm mostly going to do journaling cards and photos, but I want one 6x8 page where I, and I quote, let go and feel the creativity. So that's this page. He got stencils out. He took some cut aparts, all the layers. just a big picture to do the back there. And then he saw 24 shows in 2024, which is just coincidental, but it fits beautifully in this page protector. Amazing. And then about the monologue that he chose to perform for the audition, and a couple of photos to fill the gap and a thank you at the end. So isn't that adorable? And then he was really nervous because he had to turn it in advance of the interview. And he was like, I wonder if we're going to get it back. And at the end, they did give it back. And he came out really excited going, they've given me my scrapbook back. So now I can keep adding to it. I can keep adding to it. We've hooked another one. So there we go. Now let's do this. I wished I'd had more yellow in this kit, but I do not. Do I have, this is not big enough to mat those, so let's just grab some yellow from somewhere. Are there any yellows in our scraps from last year? But probably not, because I tend to use the yellow fast. Oh, this one is okay. We could use this one. Okay. Got a doodlebug yellow. A good enough match? Yeah, totally. And of course, so they gave all the kids the prompts for the scrapbook and they had a week to do it. So of course he had, 2-3 nights at show and had all of that training schedule that you saw. And so he did that scrapbook on the train, in McDonald's, at different places that we would stop for dinner, backstage when he was on standby. He just carried it around with him for a week to do whatever he could find in terms of time, which is very sweet. And goes to remind me that, we can make things work. And then in the interview, they just went through it and he said he kept stopping. He kept stopping to talk more about the different topics. And so the interview was much longer than expected. But I told him, he came out and he got a bit nervous about it, going, if it was that much longer, should I not have said so much? And I said, honey, if they keep you later, that's always a good thing, because if they had heard enough and they didn't want to hear you anymore, they would have cut you off. So do we agree on that? I think that's it. So you do the test first, and then you do the interview. So not everybody does the interview. So the interviews are to be a drama scholar. So a bit of a special position. So you do the test just to get into the school first, and you aren't allowed to know if you've passed that. But my hunch would be you must have done okay. If you totally bombed it, they wouldn't put you through for scholar stuff. So yeah, he has a couple of schools where he has interviewed to be a drama scholar. And we'll see what happens. But now we wait 3 weeks. All of this nervous energy we've had. And now we just need to keep ourselves busy for 3 weeks. And thankfully, the show gave him this week off so that he could do all of those extra interviews and auditions, which is really great. Because I was a little nervous about that, but it turned out okay. Okay, I'm not sure where this is going to go, but I kind of like it. Now, I do have those new bits and pieces. Did I put them somewhere silly? Where did I put them? You're probably looking right at them and laughing at me. They're here. Yep. Okay. Oh, we could use that camera instead of that camera, maybe. Okay. More die cuts. Oh, if I put them on the blue as we flip through, they'd probably be easier to see. Got little note pieces. Let's have that one. Maybe that one too. Oh, we could have that for the day he decides where he's going, because that one says today is the day. So the nice possibility. We get days of the week on those little strips there. Date, happened, documented, Love this. Oh, a little film canister like that. Yes. And Polaroid. Like a little camera there. Okay, so that's what we get in the journaling bits set. Had a little look. And then with our existing stuff, now, and the lettering. Okay, not that one. So I really want some contrast here, which is why I haven't chosen yet, because I keep looking at things that are too close to the same colors. I'm going to try this block here. So 2 3x4s together. And then I'm going to see, do I like it better with the A side, the cut apart pieces, or do I like the B side with the floral? I want a sort of element to put here behind the title. So I could do the flowers, and it wouldn't necessarily need to be that big. Oh, I was thinking this was the other way around, so that I would get the contrast like that, which I don't get. Okay. So what if we do just half of it? Georgia is following this sketch, but she's scrapping Christmas. Oh, yes. All right, so this, then below the photo to give us a little box of something underneath that we can layer the title on. And this one. There. This one and the yellow one, I think, over here, kind of to mark the transition between the title and the journaling. What is everybody else working on lately? Have you finished scrapping Christmas? Have you not started scrapping Christmas? Have you all gone to look at the new collections on pre-order? You're just listening to me in the background also, okay. Okay, I'm going to scroll up because we had some discussion on title ideas before we started talking about oh, and Laura said, how is WB dealing with the waiting part? Oh, weird. The chat doesn't let me go all the way back. It lets me go to the middle of that conversation. So I've got from Rebecca's suggestion, I can do no more, which is very true. Rita said the waiting game. How is WB dealing with it? Well, oh, and Sophia said out of my hands. Yeah. Out of our hands. Yeah. So WB is dealing well, but that busy schedule probably helping. So he's got lots to think about. He has 2 dance exams that are just a couple days after offer day when he'll find out what schools he's got into. So he has quite a lot of work to do there, and that's keeping him busy. Yeah. We'll see. I think over this weekend, he won't think about it much. But I think by like a week from now, he'll probably start to be like, I'd like to know now. I think the first week he'll just enjoy feeling a bit less stressed. Rebecca's watching me on TV while she does, oh no, while she looks at housework. Yeah, it'll still be there. Okay. Think if I let her in reverse. Kelly's filling in any gaps in her 2024 album. Whoop whoop. Amazing. Yeah, I have nothing but gratitude to give to everybody who coped with me not making things on time or videos being shorter than I had planned this week because of all these interviews. They're all really last minute. So if you get shortlisted for something, it's like, can you come tomorrow? And so I'd done my schedule, and then all of a sudden things came up and we're like, okay. And then and we thought at first, okay, I'll take him to these bits, and Dad would take him to these bits. And then they had a work crisis where he works, well, not a crisis, but when it suddenly becomes obvious that you need to be there and you can't just skive off for the afternoon. So I needed to do that, and I was just like, oh my goodness, it's like everything is really fast. So everywhere we went, I would just be like, okay, this video and then this. And I had to reschedule things, and things went later. And yesterday, I really liked yesterday's Christmas video. And then when I went to post it on the forum, so it was uploaded and went to the forum, and I'm already out with him. I'm actually like in this office waiting for him. And I'm realizing for some reason it's chopped off like the last 90 seconds of the video, and there's nothing I can do with it. And I won't be home until the middle of the night. And I'm just like, oh, the world is going fast right now. Oh, hello, April, who normally comes from Tomorrowland, but today is here live. Well, that's lovely to have you. Oh, there's a lot of W's in this. Okay, put the right number of W's. Is this ever happened? W is the first letter that I've run out of. And now we wait. I've used them all. I never would have looked at a sticker sheet and been like, W's? Have I used all the W's? Yes, I have. By the way, those of you in this country, how are we faring with the storms? The storm is blowing a gale. So, right. Ampersand, or I think the and is just a bit nicer spacing. But if your title needed to be shorter, you've always got the ampersand option, which is nice. Or with those Vicky letters next month, a little sticker that just says and. I'm kind of excited about that. Now, do I have enough gold dots to make a dot, dot, dot at the end? No, I don't. I only have one dot left, 2 dots left. I don't have 3. Okay, so we'll just leave it at 1. Oh, goodness, Georgia has sunshine and calm. But Elaine has so windy. Yeah. Oh, I really appreciate those of you saying lovely things that you're glad that I can drop this and go to do that. We'll carry on. But next week, it should be so much calmer. I just have a normal training and show schedule because all of this last minute being called in anywhere for interviews and stuff, we're all done. Yesterday was the last day. So it's all good. All right. Order. So do I use a border sticker from here for this piece and this piece? I think I might actually. Let's see if there's enough to do this stripy one. The only annoying thing is I think it's going to be just too short to do the whole piece, but it might be just okay. We might make it. It's going to be close. We'll find a way to make it. Whoa! Kelly's temperature dropped 30 degrees this week from 10 to minus 23. Burr. Very much burr. Okay. How close does this bring us here? And then I'm just going to put a tucky in to bridge the distance. Ooh, it's going to need to be a tucky of not insignificant size. We can do it. We've got all these flowers. Plenty of flowers. Because they're still coming. Come here. There we go. All right. So could go right on top actually. But also, what about the blue ones? Okay. This one. Oh, I'm still going back to the same two, so I'm going to stop checking and just do it now. Okay. Kelly says it's colder where she is in New England now than back home in Alaska. That always confuses me when sometimes it's colder here than Alaska, and Stephanie Howe will post that she's, wearing flip-flops or something, and I always send her back a picture of me that's like with my hood up and all pulled in as tight as it will go to keep the wind out of my coat. You're like, well, I'm glad that it's warm for you, but makes me laugh. Colder than Alaska. Okay. That way, this one on top of the photo, that one underneath, and then I had a little orange one. Where did I put it? There. I was thinking it's here somewhere. I know it is. Do that there. Okay. No, not done with flowers because I want flowers kind of here and a little bit down here. Oh, and I have some of these flowers in the sticker book too. Yes. Georgia, once I'm cold, I can't get warm. Like I'm in the house right now with the heating on. I'm wearing my thermals, a dress, a jumper. I'm wearing those kind of tights that have fleece inside. And I'm just about okay. If I sat down on the sofa, I would still put a blanket on my lap. When I go outside, I will put on super thick socks on top of the fleece tights and leg warmers. If I get cold, I won't be warm the rest of the day, so I have to stay really warm. Okay. This one looks promising. I was going to put it underneath, but actually, no, on top looks gorgeous. We're putting it on top. Georgia, do you do that thing where you know with people who you go to visit often enough that you know how warm or cold they keep their house? So you like bundle up to go visit your friends who keep the thermostat at 17? Because that's my life strategy. It's almost like I don't have a literal file of this, but I do have at least one in my mind. I've just found, look what I've just found. There's an extra gold dot here. That means I do have 3. I'm going to use them. Because if ever there was a word that needed an ellipsis after, it's wait. There we go. Yay. All right. Georgia says, yes, she wears layers and thick socks to their houses. Yep, Michelle's with us too. Oh, Kelly's going to go soak in the hot weather. Well, I'm for this weekend away, which is, like 2 hours away. I'm not going anywhere warm. I'm packing a blanket, and my friend that I'm carpooling with went out and bought a new electric blanket. We're all as bad as each other. Okay. So then I want to take that blue flower combination up to here. Maybe this one then. Yeah. Okay, so we've got that. There's no pink daisy on this one. I'm bring the pink daisy down here, I think. So pieces that I have left. This is huge. Like that, and take it down off the bottom of the page, I think. Georgia says, is it a Mums Gone Wild weekend? Well, in theory, yes. But our wild is that we play board games all weekend. But it is a group of mum friends with no husbands, no children. This one weekend of the year that we leave all the small people and the partners to fend for themselves. And in my case, again, I can say this, he's not in the house right now. And he doesn't watch my videos. It's good for him to know what the running about feels like. He gets to be the taxi chauffeur service for the weekend. He gets bored out of his mind. So I told him, like, make sure you pack some good books, get a good playlist, and get your headphones charged. And he's never miserable about it. He's always just like, how can you do that? Like, how can you constantly be taking him somewhere? And I'm like, well, it needs to be done. So there we go. Right. Dots. I had yellow dots here. Will I be able to find them now is a great question. Yep. So I have this many dots from the pack that came with the kit. Oh, good to know. I've got more of those flowers in case I run out of, this big stack over here. I do have more. Okay. But I'm going to need some enamel dots. Support. done. Boop, boop, boop. Let's do some gold. And then I'd like to see what the two look like next to each other. I do need more dots, don't worry. I think I need more tuckies. Oh, why is that the perfect drop and it's on my desk instead? Now I've got a big one here. Okay, I got it. What am I like? Clean up the desk before Maleficent gets mad. Oh, there goes the dehumidifier. Oh, she's getting mad already. There we go. Can you hear that when it beeps? The beeping from the background? I'm always curious. Beep, beep. What is that? And how did I not notice it before? Okay, let's pull out the other one. We'll see. Next to each other, what do we got? That one a little bit more layered. I wonder about putting a piece in here. Would you put the rest of the flower sticker going off the top? I wouldn't here because I've already got it printed. So I'll just save it for another page where it will go somewhere. Yes, you can hear the beeping. Sorry about that. That's just the dehumidifier going, I'm going to stop now because I'm full of water. Okay, so last thing I want to add, let's go to the papery pieces and see about a nice piece in here. Possibly even just repeating the wood grain. Okay, I'm going to, I know. No, Kelly, I haven't refinished her yet. That's why she's still looking a bit worse for wear. I will do at some point in 2025. But we got some other household jobs that are just a little higher up the list. Okay, so we're gonna bring, I wanted a tucky over here. So we're gonna bring the wood grain. Oh, and cover up the big gold dot. Okay, I need to wait for that to dry then to put that in there because otherwise I think I'm gonna make a big mess. Okay, so that wood grain bit's going there. But I feel like I had, yeah, here. In my pile of these, I feel like I had another wood grain one left. Yep, it matches the other page. So I'm going to pop this below here. Why do I do this after I've done misting? Just so that you get drama while you're watching, because there's absolutely no legitimate reason. It's just so you can go, she's going to mess it up. That's how I feel. I look at it going, oh, I'm going to mess it up. Now, think a couple pieces from the 49 Market layers, and then we're good. This one. Would like a bit of the stripe, but I think the only one I have left, I've used it in every color except turquoise. I don't want to bring the turquoise in here. So I think let's have those. Okay. Oh, those were just sitting on top, not inside. Okay. Now remember, I've got journaling space here, so I don't really need to save these journaling lines for writing. I can build them. Like that. If I were a pop dot, where would I have gone? Oh, I do have more of the green and the navy. I have stripe. I do have stripe. Let's do it. Haha. Yes. Okay, so let me see if I have foam squares here. I think I do. But I've worked on too many projects this week and I've put everything in silly places. Let's see. I have some with my Christmas stuff. Papillos. Let's pop up this little banner piece. Joanne's power's gone. No. Hopefully it won't be out for long, Joanne. Like that. Okay. Happy with that, I think. Georgia, shh. Hashtag organized. All right, so I don't know if you can actually see that I'm holding it there. Probably not. No. Well, you get the idea of the double page spread, but you also now see why I don't do double page spreads. I have to zoom way further out and everything looks too tiny for you to see. It needs more enamel dots. So let's see what other color I've got handy that could go in there. Okay. Yellow, orange, a mix. Right. So that brings us to the end of the week. Georgia needs some sequins for hers. Yes, Christmas needs some bling. Yeah, put those sequins in, definitely. So I'll give you a little zoom view of details here. Oh, last little tidbit. I wanted to tell you before I found the selfie stuff and everything. This is an example of a terrible photo, really. No, like not of him. But I've edited it as much as I can to make it clear. But I see loads and loads of photos like this all the time when people are like, oh, I have an up-to-date iPhone or whatever, and my photo always looks like this. And the quality in our house, we have this joke that it looks like you took it with a potato. So I've edited as much as I can to get it clear, but the reason it was a terrible photo, I knew when I took it would be terrible, because I just kind of went for a quick, like, sneaky photo. I wasn't going to do photographer things and move him into a better position or get me into a better position, because I just wanted a quick, honest snapshot of him. But this was a dark room, like just very low level lighting, but lots of light coming in behind him. He's entirely backlit. Phone cameras and cameras in general don't know what to do with backlighting. It throws off all of their kind of figuring it out, right? So the way you can save it in Lightroom is to use the dehaze under details. That slider will help you a little bit. You'll probably also need to toy with exposure and contrast and move your highlights down. And then you'll be able to get something that's a little bit improved. But anytime you take a picture that's just a quick snapshot and you are in the dark, their face is in the dark, but there's bright light behind them, it is not going to be a great picture. Okay? It's not what's going to work. Now, are there ways that photographers can use backlighting to do beautiful, dramatic things? Yes, but not a quick phone snap. Okay? So just, if you can, this photo would have been tremendously better if we were swapped on this seat and he was sitting where I was sitting and I had my back to the light, because then all that light would have been on his face and he wouldn't have been backlit. So just a little tidbit for you in case you ever feel like all your photos are taken with a potato. It might be because when you're taking the picture, if you, the photographer, feel like you're looking into the light, then your subject is backlit. If you have to squint, your subject is backlit. So turn it around if you can. But also, I'm 100% here for, if it looks like it's taken with potato, you can still put it in your album. We're all good. Have a great weekend. I will see you Monday at 1:30, and I will post all of the video times for the week as usual. Late Sunday evening, they'll go onto my Instagram highlights in the little circle that says video times. Yay! Thank you for coming. If you enjoyed my video and you want to give it a thumbs up, I super duper triple appreciate it. And I hope you have a great one. Do something creative, stay safe, have fun, all of the things. Thank you. Bye-bye.